Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, so we're scouring the news today. It's something on the Hill. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, says he isn't afraid of changing the rule on vacating the speakership. As you recall, in Kevin McCarthy's 15 bids to get the speakership, one of the things he changed was the rule allowing a single person to request the vacating of the speakership, which Matt Gaetz promptly used right after McCarthy passed a bilateral budget plan that extended the budget 45 days. So my question is, when Johnson passes a budget plan that might be bilateral, or bipartisan, will he suffer the same fate? What's the energy around Mike Johnson and the vacating the speakership ruling? It's a winner-takes-all type of thing. He said in this article that he's trying to be transparent and everything like that, but I think his opinion is if he doesn't have the support of the whole party, he doesn't want to be in the role. You know what I mean? And right now, he's in a position where he probably made deals with conservatives because, as Matt Gaetz refers to him as MAGA Mike. We know which side of the coin that he falls on. He falls on the MAGA side. So right now, the MAGA have control, and he's not very worried about the MAGA tossing him out. Because the MAGA basically bullied the Republicans into this. And so he doesn't think that the Republicans, the conservatives, have a spine to do this anyways. Because it's all about family. It's all about the Republicans always supporting each other. And the extremists are the ones that are less likely to support it. But here's the other thing that Ten of Coins can also be, is the budget coming in. All or nothing, but you've also got this budget coming out. And that could cause the votes. And there's going to be some disappointment here. Guess what? The Republicans are not united, and they can't pass a united budget. And if they could pass a united budget, let's just say the MAGA folks, get everything they want in the budget. You know what I mean? Like, get rid of welfare, get rid of Social Security, tax nuns and orphans, whatever it is that they want, whatever regressive things they want. When it goes to the Senate, it's dead. It's going to come back with all that stuff removed. And how are you going to sell this to the extremists in the party who put you in there for this reason? In the past, we have temperance. This is the Republicans, the conservatives, compromising with the MAGA faction for the good of the party. In this case, they know they need to get this budget through, because if they don't get it through, the government's going to shut down and the Republicans are going to be blamed for it. And as much as they try to blame the Democrats for everything, it doesn't work. The public wasn't biting it or wasn't buying it. So they went ahead, approved this guy, Mike Johnson, just to get this budget through. And we'll see what happens after that. Current situation, 3 of Wands. Okay, you don't have much time left. That budget is coming due, and you're going to have to work and get it done. Get her done. They put you in for a job. Go do your job. Take action and lead. He's got a plan in place. It's not a done deal, but he's got a plan in place. But here's why we had 15 votes for McCarthy and like 3 or 4 different people going for the speakership. You're dealing with people who are not serious-minded and they're not reasonable. A budget has to have the good and the bad in it. You can't just have everything you want and none of the bad stuff. In other words, you can't cut all these, give tax breaks and then cut all the social programs without fear of repercussion. Just like you can't enact all sorts of new projects without trying to raise revenue or slash expenses. And this is just all about reduction. But it's not popular with the people. It's popular with the wealthy donors, but it's not popular with the folks on Main Street. Lesson to be learned. He's got a decision to make. You can have your pie in the sky budget. End of the day, you have to get it through the Senate. And the Senate is going to kick it back if it's not passable. It's not bipartisan. You might be able to get some stuff in there, but you're not going to get all this stuff in there. And are these people, the MAGAs, going to be forgiving of that? Out comes the Knight of Swords. I think that the budget, it's going to get approved near the last minute, either at the last minute or just past the last minute. But let's say it gets approved at the last minute. He has to rush forward to get it done. The only way that's going to happen is if all the Republicans fall in line or some Democrats vote for it. But there's disappointment here. They're not going to get everything they want. They're going to get a couple of things, but they're not going to get everything they want. And then this is rash actions. Maybe they do get some things through. I'll be curious to see what it is. And I'll be curious to see the impact that has. But right now, the question I want to ask is, I'm going to do a face-off here. Because this whole thing is about vacating the speakership. Now, you might ask yourself, well, why don't the Democrats vote to vacate it? Because it's sour grapes. They could vote to vacate every day. And the Republicans will unite behind their speaker, no matter who it is, because it's the Democrats trying to take him out. So that's not going to work. It's got to be the Republicans who vote out their own speaker. And then the Democrats can decide if they want to save that speaker or not. So we'll do a challenge reading here. After the budget is approved. And we've got that disappointment card. We've had that last minute charge to get the budget approved. We have the disappointment card. What's going to be a key issue between Mike Johnson, MAGA Mike Johnson, the conservatives, and the MAGAs with regards to his speakership? Challenge 4, Carter. Come on down. The main issue that will come up is the compromise, the flipping, the give and take. You didn't do enough or you did too little. So I think there's going to be dissatisfaction on both camps, which is why you've got that 5 of Cups, right? You don't get everything you want. So especially with the MAGA folks, they're extremists. They want everything and they want to lose nothing. So for the conservatives, what's their concern? Okay, we got the government. Maybe the government was shut down for a little bit, and this pisses off the conservatives because they didn't want that to happen. They had an agreement. There are rumors that this guy got in, Mike Johnson got in by agreeing to get the budget done. They had an agreement. We were going to get the budget done, and it was a disaster. Maybe the budget is an absolute disaster. Things get passed that they don't want, or the government gets shut down, and there's something that did not work out well with the budget from the conservatives. So they could use this as a reason to give him the boot. Yeah, to send him walking. We're gonna make a motion to vacate. They're both gonna make a motion to vacate. It's just who's gonna do it first. Now for the MAGAs, King of Wands, they're in charge. They're the ones who are in charge. They're the ones who have the actions. Pardon for a second. My wife is rocking the tunes downstairs. You won't be able to hear it, but I can hear it. It's distracting. They're in charge. And, this is their guy, and how dare their guy compromise? This is the end. No, we can't have this. We can't. It's like the government should have stayed shut down until we got everything we wanted. How could you reach out to the Democrats of all people? How could you do that? Oh, we bit our lips and we kept our mouths shut. We supported you, and this is what you did. You were a false friend to us. Goodbye. So they're gonna. It may not be matter if he has a single vote to vacate because he could have 25 MAGA folks and 25 conservatives all vote for him to vacate. If the government shuts down, the conservatives will kick him out. If he compromises with the Democrats, the MAGA folks will kick him out. If he shuts down the government and then compromises with the Democrats, they'll both be out there to kick his butt out. That's what I'm getting, folks. You probably only have to suffer this guy for another month. Actually, let me draw on that one. That would actually be a good reading here. By the end of the year, is this guy taking a walk? I could even say by the end of November. Beginning of December. Get these cards back in. It's a bigger read. More cards to put in. What's the status of Mike Johnson's position as Speaker of the House by the end of 2023? By the winter solstice of 2023. If Spirit can at least get any type sense of timing down, let's line it around the solstices. Winter solstice, December 21st, December 22nd. Just before Christmas. What will be the status of Mike Johnson's speakership of the House of Representatives come the winter solstice? Okay. Entertainment purposes only. What do I know? Random dude. Internet. Tarot cards. Go. King of Cups. Is this Biden or is this him? King of Swords. I think basically... wow. I'm not even sure what to make of that. Emotions and harsh decisions. He might resign. He might be getting pressure from the passionate people and the logic people, and he might resign. Yeah, he's a willing sacrifice. By that point, all sides with him are so pissed off at what he did that he will actually offer to resign the position rather than go through the vacation. The vacating, excuse me. I'm speaking really well today. The vacating of the position. So, yeah, the emotion faction versus the ruthless faction want him gone, and he's willing to do it. Past the victory, he got in. He was successful after so many folks failed. Now, this card came up on that reading with Mike Johnson, and it came up over in this position. And I said, is he really going to get? No, he wouldn't really get in. He got in. He came in. He came in for this job. This is the reason why he was in there, was to get this done. And he had an agreement that the Republicans came together, but this would be the conservatives again coming to an agreement with him to get the budget done. And, oh no, nobody's happy. The conservatives are out in the cold. The MAGAs are out in the cold. He didn't get the budget done. I don't think he gets the budget done in time for the conservatives, and he doesn't get the budget done the way the MAGA folks wanted. Nobody is happy. Nobody in the government's happy. And there were people, it's Christmas time, and somebody's going to pay the price for our unhappiness. And there you go. And you got to go. You got to go because we said you got to go. You're going to resign. I predict before the end of the year, or at least before Christmas time, Mike Johnson will resign his position. He won't be the position won't be vacated. What you will hear is that he will step down from that position. That way there's no bad guys. Because I think both sides want to take him down. But, in some ways, the MAGA don't want to take him down because they touted him as MAGA Mike. And they'll just say, we thought he was our guy, and he's just whatever. And then the Republicans, the conservatives, they don't want to be looked at as the disruptors. So, this is all going to be about optics and politics. When he steps, that's why he'll step down. It's for optics and for politics. I hope I'm right on this one. I really hope I'm right on this one. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your likes and shares and your comments and everything you do to help the YouTube algorithm and help my videos get out to new viewers. So those new viewers, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.